Hey people, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. Just showing you this one. This is just my water for my pasta that I'm making. I'm making mac and cheese homemade. I didn't start it right away, so you didn't see I chopped an onion in big pieces, threw it in there, and then I took some ginger and threw it in there, and I took some spices and threw it in there. We all got our own little comfort foods. Me, I like Bartoni. Not to say these are the best ingredients, but this is just what I use. Now, what I was taught by the Italians is go ahead and season your water that you're cooking your pasta in, for it'll season the pasta. And yes, I know I'm making fast food. I'm not a real cook. But the other thing I use in the finishing is too lazy to make my own chili, so I just use that. Munster cheese. I usually use the whole pound. It's up to you how you like it. And then the creme at the top is my very vanilla. If I could still find my very, very, very vanilla, I would do that, but we all use what we got. Now I don't got no fancy equipment to zoom this ahead 15 minutes or so, so you'll be watching a pot boiling water. Skip through if you don't want to see it. Yeah, it needs more seasoning. I always like to get the aroma right to my nose so I can tell what it needs. Figure if I'm going to make something, I'm going to make the best that I can. Uh-oh. I always wanted to see a cooking channel with smell-o-vision for the smell to go through the TV. But although I'm sure somebody would mess it up and play something else on there. I usually use Italian butter, use whatever you want. That's not Italian, that's just organic. And yes, I did wash my hands. Skippy, did you give up on me? Oh yeah, if you don't want your noodles to stick, use some kind of oil. I just use avocado oil. Whatever you prefer. So we got both. You still got to stir, but it helps. Oh, and if you're wondering, oh no, I already showed you. Never mind. I was just going to show you the box, but you already seen it. Cinnamon? I always like to look at my spices, see if there's anything I want to add. You never know what's going to taste good in there. Oh, and here's what I cooked earlier. Some rabbit. Well, this one that I'm making, I just make it 100% vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian at all. You ain't gonna find somebody as fat as me that's a vegetarian. Everything goes in good like this. Like, you can go down to King's. I did it a couple times. I usually don't though. I buy the elk down there for $10 for a pound. I don't know what it is these days though. I haven't bought it for a while. But anyways, you can cook that up and throw it in too. I'd cook that up on a grill though, or a different pan. Just remember, whenever you cook meat, save the blood. Blood's what makes it taste good. Brings us all back to our basic instincts. Well, I think we're all supposed to be. I never had a chance, but we were all hunters. Used to hunt our own food, kill it, pluck it, put it on the table. Nowadays it's not cool. I never had a problem with it. Well, because when I was younger, my grandma showed me killing a chicken. An interesting experience. This teaches you that death is just a part of your life is living. As the older go on, to make room for the younger. The hard part is the ones that are still here. So did you hear why the 2 millions didn't get married? Because they're cantaloupes. Or the old joke, what the Pink Panther say to the ant? That ant, that ant, that ant, that ant, that ant. I'll have to get a recipe for the bloomin' onion. I've been craving that. This is great for cleaning your sinuses out too. Alright, I'll leave you with the boiling pot. I'm gonna go have a smoke. And no, I'm not talking about those nasty cigarettes. Hi again. I don't know if you can see this very good or not. There's the noodles. Sorry for the bad aim, but the way my iPad is, I can't see where the camera's pointing. It's just a little Samsung 6 you're watching through. Ouch. Say 5 more minutes. Well, 3 more minutes. And this dish here, I've cooked it anywhere from 15 to 17 minutes. Really depends how you like your pasta. I like mine soft. If you're like my mom and like them a little more stronger, then you probably want to cook them for, I'd say, about 10 minutes and then check them. Or at least every 5 if you don't watch your pot. If my mom was up, she'd say these are already done. Which, don't get me wrong, she's a hell of a lot better cook than I am. Just different tastes for different folks. Remember when I was a kid, she made this chili that was so good you couldn't put it down. But that sucker was hot. I mean hot, hot. I'd be sitting there eating it and my mom would be laughing because there'd be beads of sweat coming down my forehead. But it was just so good I couldn't stop until it was done. Oh, and in this time, if you guys get a cough or anything like that, one of the best things, well, if you talk to an acupuncturist or something like that, they'll know a lot better, but I was a aromatherapist for a while. So what I use is tea tree, just plain old tea tree. If you believe in the Lord, just tell him to bless the oils, whichever Lord you believe in. And just use 2 drops only usually, 1 under each nostril. And then if you want to add a little bit more, like if you're going to a place and you're worried about touching things, what I like to do is I like to rub it in my hands. Just use 1 or 2 drops right on the palm. I've been doing that lately, like I did that at the post office before I had to sign for my mail. I don't like touching those things. Even before this crap going around. I don't know if it's as bad as people say, but just be smart. I don't like masks or nothing like that, but if you do, be careful because you make the mask wet on the front of it and you can actually attract more bacteria that way. Because usually you always have bacteria that's going out of your mouth. But it's your life and your body. There we go. That is done. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I'll try. Now it's going to sound stupid, but always watch yourself. Don't burn yourself. And be smarter than I am. Take your glasses off before you do something like this. Excuse me. Alright. Let me see if you can see or not. I know you've seen the drain. Alright. There you go. Now it all depends on how much milk you like. But you do need some of it, or water, or whatever. Because if you try to do this mill without it, you will burn the cheese. I might as well just finish my carton. Now that's just enough for a light little bottom one. Let me see. Well, it's a little more than I usually do. If you look over here on the side, you'll see there's the liquid right there. Now that's a couple layers down. Usually don't have it that high, but I wanted to finish off my carton. Okay, I'm going to put you back on the stove. Oops. Oops. Don't worry, that was just my cane. Now it's time to add all the good stuff. Of course, always shake. Yeah. Not sure if it's just because it's in the fridge or what. When in doubt, throw out. That's my motto. Wow. Haven't worked that hard for food in a while. That smells good. As you can tell, I like mine spicy. You can throw this all at once or split it up. Thought I already had the paper out. When I'm not lazy, what I do is I lay it out on the chopping board, and I like to use a butcher knife on it and just chop it down. But since my hands are clean and I'm too lazy right now, I'm just going to do the old-fashioned way and tear it apart. The smaller the better. And always make sure you get plenty of liquid on the bottom before you start. That's all the liquid I'll have, and I want to mix my cheese in there before I start heating it. So I separated the whole pound of cheese, but I was too lazy to break it out. way. Don't get a headache. I'm going to move the camera again. We're going to go right over to the chopping board. And there's the Italian butter I was looking for earlier. Of course. Uh-oh. What happened? Shoot. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't think you're going to see this one. Well, that's the best I can do. See, where's my butcher? I'm going to try to cut how I cut more safely. I take no responsibility for any missing fingers. Okay, yeah, you can see. That's pretty much as small as you need to get it. The pan will do the rest. I just scoop it up. You can bring your pan over if you want. Ooh. Man, that pan's heavy. And the rest of this. Let me see the paper. Whew. Yes, this is a job. But anything in life you gotta work for. I wonder what came on this thing. It says AF lock. Oh. That's my T for my acupuncturist. That's pretty good stuff. Now this is the part where you cannot leave your pot. You leave your pot, you will burn your cheese. Guaranteed. If you're wondering what this is just curry.